Hello and welcome to another video in our series where we are now talking about the Python program language. So we are continuing our discussion with dictionaries, but now we are going to go into a more specific topic, and that really is how do we compare two dictionaries in Python, and really how can we set ourselves up for success in order to get basically the answer we're looking for, but in the easiest way possible. Well, that's what we're going to cover in today's video. We're going to cover how to take two different dictionaries and compare them for commonalities, differences, and things of that nature. So let's jump right into it. As you can tell, I currently have two dictionaries right now. Each one of them has individual items in them. However, you can tell with the first dictionary, there's only 3 items. And then in the second dictionary, there are 4 items. Now, the first 3 items of each dictionary are exactly the same. However, in our second dictionary, there is a 4th item that is not in the first dictionary. So, some questions I might want to ask when I'm looking at these two dictionaries is, well, what are the keys that are in common with our dictionaries? So, in other words, are there keys that are in dictionary 1 that are also in dictionary 2? And if so, can I get a list of those dictionaries? Sorry, not those dictionaries, those keys. Well, an easy way to do that is we can take information we know that we've learned in the other videos and leverage that when we're building it. And so really, all we're going to do is we're going to take each dictionary and we're going to call the keys method, because we know that the keys method returns back a list of all the keys in that dictionary. And then we're going to take the intersection operator, which is simply the ampersand, because we know the intersection is simply the keys that are in both individual sets. And so I've assigned the result of that operation to a variable, com keys, which is simply common keys, and I'm going to print those keys once I've found them. So again, all I'm doing, I'm taking both dictionaries, I'm returning a list of all their keys, and I'm finding the intersection, or the keys that they have in common, and then printing those keys out. So let's see what we get. What happened? Oh, well, that's strange. Apparently they all got lowercase. My bad. I missed that apparently. So if I run this again, I get the result that I was looking for. So both dictionaries have a key 3, a key 1, and key 2 in common. Just keep in mind, this is not sorted, so it does not come back to you sorted. Please keep that in mind. What if I want to find the keys that are unique? So in a sense, I have 2 lists of keys. I want to find the difference between these 2 lists of keys. So in the ones, for example, one that exists in one list but doesn't exist in the other list. Well, it's almost identical. The only thing I'm doing is I'm taking the difference operator and I'm subtracting really list 1 from list 2. This is why order matters. I'll demonstrate it just by showing it to you, but right now, how I have it set up, it should return key 4. Key 4, perfect. What if I put new dic 1 and then new dictionary 2? We're going to get very different results. We get nothing. Why is that? Well, we phrase the question differently. We're taking the list of keys from dictionary 1 and we're asking the question, are there any keys that are in dictionary 1 that aren't in dictionary 2? This is why order matters, because technically all the keys that are in dictionary 1 are also in dictionary 2. So simply by rephrasing the question and ordering it differently, we now get a very drastically different outcome. So it's very important to understand order does matter. Now, sometimes we want to take the union of our 2 lists of keys. So by union, we want to say, hey, return back all the keys from both dictionaries. I just don't want any duplicates. Well, I'm going to call my straight line operator, which is basically union. And with the union, it's going to return back a list of all the keys, but no duplicates. So when I run this, key 4, key 2, key 1, key 3. Again, it's not ordered, but it's a list of all the keys that exist in all the dictionaries, but no duplicates. Now, obviously, if I can do this with keys, the question kind of comes up, can I do this with items? Of Of course you can. So you can do the same thing with items. Here I'm finding the items in common. Key 2, key 1, key 3. Perfect. And then in the next example, I am finding the difference between the two lists. So I'm finding items that exist in Dictionary 2 that don't exist in Dictionary 1. So key 4. Again, order will matter here. Something you might want to do before you kind of ever do this is just simply count the number of items in each dictionary. That's really usually a pretty easy way to kind of know how to structure it, because you just want to make sure that you have the largest on the left side and then the smallest on the right side. That way you're kind of setting yourself up for success and you don't accidentally, structure it differently. You're getting back an answer like, oh, well, there's no difference, because, naturally you might have a dictionary that could have a couple thousand keys. And so you're not going to be able to just visually tell that, one is there and one isn't. So that's usually what I would recommend if you're really concerned about the order. Just take that extra time, put the step in there where you count it, because it's probably going to save your butt a couple times. Okay, so this one is also returning the union of the items. So just the ones that are basically from both dictionaries, but no duplicates. So just like we were expecting. And then we're getting some even more specific questions. So here's one. Is Dictionary 1 a subset of Dictionary 2? In other words, do all the keys in Dictionary 1 exist in Dictionary 2? So do all these keys exist in this dictionary? Looks like they do. So this returns back a Boolean, true or false. So I should be seeing a true come back. True. Perfect. That makes sense, because all the keys in Dictionary 1 exist in Dictionary 2. So Dictionary 1 is a subset of Dictionary 2. Is Dictionary 1 a superset of Dictionary 2? In other words, does Dictionary 1 contain all the keys in Dictionary 2? So it's kind of like flipping it back around in a sense. So now we're kind of asking the question, it's almost like, does this one contain all the keys in this one? Well, that can't be possible, because, this one has 4 elements with 4 individual keys. This one has 3 elements with 3 individual keys. So naturally, you kind of know where this is going to go, but this should return a false, which it does. So that makes sense. So in this example, Dictionary 1 is not a superset of Dictionary 2. So in other words, it doesn't contain all the keys in Dictionary 2. Something else we might want to ask, is Dictionary 1 equal to New Dictionary 2? So in other words, are they equal to each other? They contain the same items? Well, clearly we can see that they don't, so this should return a false. Perfect. Return to false. So that does it for today's video. If you have any questions about how to compare dictionaries, please put them down in the comments below. You can really carry this over to list and other iterators and stuff like that. But at this point, I think this is just important to know how to compare different dictionaries and find the commonalities, the differences, or just really structure it and setting it up the way you need it to be set up. So that way you can kind of do the more complex stuff. So again, if you have any questions, please put them down in the comments below. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to like the video so that way other people have an easier time of finding it. And if you're not already, make sure to subscribe to the channel so that way you get regular updates as we do new videos on VBA, Python, and all the fun programming languages. So thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks again.